This is QTV News and I am Jennifer Sonko. Coming up, President Barrow used the occasion of the swearing-in of ministers and public servants to stress that it is unacceptable for anyone to undermine government's efforts. Scorpions coach Tom Saintfiet says his team is ready for the big clash against Angola on Friday. And Gambian artists are no longer content with just being successful at home. They are now taking their music and Gambian culture abroad, as we find out. Those are our top stories, and now the news in detail. Stay with us. Welcome back. President Adama Barrow has said that the Gambia needs people who serve sincerely irrespective of their political affiliation, adding that it is unacceptable for anyone to undermine government's policies. The president made this comment on Thursday during the swearing-in of newly appointed public and civil servants. Aliu Cisse was at the State House and he files in this report.
President Barrow said speeding up civil service reform requires a positive work ethic and discipline, stressing that as the country goes through a phase of transformation, this calls for strong structure and a solid human resource base. The new appointees, all of whom took the prescribed oaths of office, allegiance and secrecy, are Sheikh Umar Faye, new Minister of Defense, who prior to his cabinet appointment had served as Gambia's ambassador to the United States of America and Saudi Arabia. Next was Yankuba Sonko, the incoming Minister of Interior, replacing Ibrahim Ambalo, who the State House has been moved to the Foreign Service. Sonko had served as Inspector General of Police under former President Jammeh, but was replaced by Landing Kinte following the change of government in 2017. He was an advisor to the Interior Minister until his latest appointment. The new Secretary General and Head of the Civil Service, Mohamed B.S. Jallow, also took his oaths. Jallow was a permanent secretary at the Office of the President before his latest elevation and is the fourth occupant of this position under President Barrow. Also sworn in were Kodu El Jabang, Permanent Secretary, Minister of Tourism and Culture, Lamin Damfa, Permanent Secretary, Minister of Trade, and Chairman Umar Bari, Executive Secretary with the National Human Rights Commission. President Barrow expressed hope that the new appointees will deliver to promote development, peace and stability. President Barrow went on to renew his government's commitment to promoting accountability and transparency in all government's dealings. The new SG and Head of Civil Service, Mohamed B.S. Jallow, assured the President of their commitment to teamwork for the realization of the government's development blueprint. He added that the appointment of a new defense minister shows government's commitment to the security sector reform agenda. While the hiring and firing continues, the new appointees are expected to build on the successes of those before them and strive to succeed where they have failed for the interest of the nation. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliu Cisse.
The Fonyi Dinding Federation kickstarts a 5-day summer school training for children within the Fonyi district in Buyam. The camp aims to build the capacity of children on career planning, children's rights and protection, and life skills. Malik Nyang attended the official opening of the camp, and this is his report.
In its bid to educate and uplift children's abilities in diverse areas and build their future, the Fonyi Dinding Federation commenced its children's summer school training. This training seeks to contribute in molding children towards following their career goals and to brighten their future. The Federation is geared towards giving aid to children and their families, specifically the less privileged in the Fonyis. The Federation's manager, Idiba, spoke about the objectives of the summer school, emphasizing more on career guidance, as many children don't know the career they want to pursue in the future.
Okay, the objective of the summer camp is to build these skills and development of young children, especially on child protection and also on leadership and also on career guidance. Career guidance is very important because, as I said in my speech, most of the children find it difficult to find a career of their choice. Normally, they just see themselves into jobs that they never plan to do.
He further said, not all of us can be in classrooms, therefore we need a diverse range of skill sets. Some may work in offices and others will be their own managers. Abdullah Kurang, a UTG lecturer who was invited to share words of wisdom, advised the children that through hard work they can make a better life for themselves. He offered encouragement for initiatives that embolden young people and help them achieve their goals. He said it is through initiatives such as the FDDF that young people will know what they want to be and what is good for their future.
With this initiative, you learn that the child is exposed to a lot of ideas about what they can become, because in my interaction with some of these children, I was able to realize that they have different passions. Okay, some of them were like, I want to become an athlete. The other was like, I want to become the president of the Gambia. And another person was like, I want to become a lawyer. So you learn that these are initiatives that can help the child to reveal their talents and also give them the opportunity to learn from people on the right path to take to become better.
An alumnus and participant, Pendaba, said they expect to gain a lot at the end of the summer school training. And in the same line, she said how she has benefited from the Federation.
This Federation is really doing great. That is Fonyi Dinding Federation, which I am a child of, because they picked me from nowhere and make me who I am today. They have been sponsoring me from day one, helping me out, my family, and everyone who is attached to me. I have been a sponsor child since I was primary school, and now I am at the tertiary institution, where I am studying community development at the institution of Gambia Technical Training Institute. I am really proud of the Federation. The
Federation collaborates with Child Fund The Gambia and other local partners in working towards children's welfare and related issues. 60% of Gambian population constitutes the youth. Thus, the economic growth of the country lies in paving the way for a brighter future for young people. Malik Nyang for QTV News.
Good initiative. Scorpions coach Tom Stanford says his team is ready for the big clash against Angola on Friday. The two sides face each other in a double-legged World Cup preliminary qualifier in which the winner over the two legs gets into the group phase of the 2022 World Cup qualifiers. Our sports reporter Mamadou Gajaga spoke to him earlier today at the team hotel, and this is his report.
There is cautious optimism ahead of the encounter between the Gambia, ranked 161st, and Angola, ranked 122nd in the latest FIFA rankings. In as much as home advantage might count, the coach sees the Palancas Negras as the toughest opponent he had to face.
In the current situation, in the form of the last year, Angola is a very strong team, qualified for the last 6 from the last 8 AFCONs. Got great results, have a strong team, a lot of young talent but also experienced players. Plus our performance the last 12 months show that we are in these top, let's say 20-25 teams of Africa. So it would be a huge disappointment for us not to be there, and it will be not a tough game. Before the game I have to say, I think if I'm very fair, I say 50% we have chance to qualify. If you look to statistics, then Angola has 70% chance to qualify because they qualified almost every time for the championships, even for the World Cup in 2006. They have more experience on that level. They almost always have qualified. But in our shape, we always played, since my arrival, against strong opponents. It's quite funny, but in the previous group, Togo, Benin, Algeria were all decent, respected football countries. In our friendlies, Guinea, Morocco, decent, respected football countries in Africa. We never had a weak opponent. So the good thing is that we are well trained to play against strong opponents, like Angola, that we know how to work and play against them. And naturally, a little bit luck will be needed to win. But it's sad for African football that one of the two countries won't be for sure in the next group stage to go to the World Cup.
28 of the lowest ranking countries in Africa are battling for 14 places, which is a ticket into the group phase of the World Cup qualifiers. The last time Gambia were in such a situation, it ended badly as they were knocked out by Namibia 3-1 on aggregate over the two legs in 2015. Could the team's fortunes change this time?
Yeah, if you watch the last days, the results of all the other games, and you see that Djibouti plays Swaziland or Eswatini, that Ethiopia plays Lesotho, that Liberia plays Sierra Leone, and you know that one of these countries I mentioned, three of these countries gonna be in the group stage, but or Angola or Gambia won't be there. And that's quite frustrating for both teams because both Gambia and both Angola deserve to be in the group stage.
The coach has been criticized for his defensive tactics in previous matches by some fans and journalists. Is he going to put out an attacking team on Friday?
We always play every game to win. Some people call it defense football, I call it organized attacking football. In modern football, it's about well-organized play, and you need to know our qualities of players, and our attacking system, the way we play from defense to attack, is suitable for the quality of our players. We don't have the players to play 90 minutes on the half of the opponent. That type of players are not in this selection. We need space, we have speed, and we need to use space and speed. You need to play a little bit further away from the opponent's goal. So we play attacking football. We're going to play tomorrow with 3 strikers. We're going to want to win. But naturally, it's also important not to concede a goal. Because if you win tomorrow 3-2, then it's a bad result. Then you almost, or you need to play a draw, or you need to score 2 goals in Angola. So sometimes even a 0-0 could be even better than winning 3-2, how strange it sounds, because then we need to play only 1-1 in Angola. And it helps us. So we have to be realistic. It will be a tough game. We prefer to win tomorrow. We're going to play with all our quality to play organized attacking football, trying not to concede a goal.
The host can look back encouragingly on their recent results against Algeria in the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers as a motivation, while Angola, who were World Cup finalists in 2006 and qualified for 6 of the last 8 Africa Cup of Nations, will fancy their chances against a side that is yet to play in a major competition. Neither side can draw much from history of previous encounters, as statistics show only one encounter between Gambia and Angola, a friendly which ended in a 1-1 draw in the Angolan capital Luanda in 2010. Mamadou Gajaga, QTV News.
Good luck once again to our Scorpions. Visually impaired Aliou Jaite is changing the lives of his fellow visually impaired by helping them connect to the world and engage in productive activities through his association Start Now. I was able to speak to Aliou Jaite, the founder of the association, as well as a beneficiary in Birkama. Let's take a listen. Start Now is an association that provides rehabilitation and technology training for the blind and visually impaired. The founder, Aliou Jaite, lost his sight immediately after leaving high school in 2003. Aliou had the dream of becoming an accountant. He could not pursue this dream due to his sight loss, but did not lose hope. He joined the Gambia College to become a teacher, which he successfully achieved. After having training opportunities in technology and more, Aliou decided to give back.
There were no available opportunities for me to really be an accountant because of lack of access to technology and other trainings that I may be required to be. So I thought, okay, now things that I have given out, now I'm able to regain that, connection again. I am able to communicate with the sighted world, and I'm able to really interact, with many things in life. So I thought, okay, this has changed my life. Why not I also give back to the community? So in 2012, I founded this Start Now with the mission to train and empower visually impaired high school graduates with technology skills and rehabilitation techniques as a preparation for higher education and employment.
Aliu Jallo is a poet and a beneficiary of the association.
A great teacher, the face on the mirror is, though does he teach, I from him seldom learn. Yet when I keenly listen with my mind's ear, I do hear the wisdom he inspires in me. So the stanza is long, but just to give you a gist of what Braille is, just by touching this with our fingers, we can read and like. So it's Braille, and we are very grateful here at Start Now. All these things are taught here, through the initiative of Aliu Jallo. We have the Braille machines here for visually impaired, and we have computers, as you must have seen elsewhere. So it's a great thing that we are learning here.
Visually impaired individuals continue to face numerous barriers, one of which is attitudinal barriers, such as the notion that visually impaired individuals are not capable of handling certain jobs, unnecessary pity, amongst others.
Our environment is not really accessible. You looked at our structures, the buildings, offices in this country, you find out that it's not really accessible for a wheelchair or if somebody with who is physically challenged to access, these, public structures. So you find out our roads are not really accessible. The food parks are not friendly at all. So, and a lot of environmental barriers. When you come to the protection of the law, these are things that we are yet to, do as a country. And we have a long way to really make inclusion for all. If you want to really make an inclusive Gambia, we definitely need to cater for all persons. That is whether irrespective they are person with disability or not. But what is very important, if you promote the access to services, the access to good roads.
All the skills are also taught at the association. Look at Aliu Cisse. He is making a doormat despite being blind. The association intends to open a shop for him in a craft market area to sell his designs. Aliu Jallo is the winner of the Halman Prize 2019, which awards up to $25,000 to 3 legally blind individuals who want to carry out a dream project. Aliu's future plans include decentralizing the activities of the association to rural Gambia. Inspirational story there. We will take a short commercial break. When we return, the news continues. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere.
Light. From the beginning of time, light has been there.
It is integral to our survival and to our way of living.
We need light to work,
to build,
to grow things, and even to see our loved ones.
Light makes things easier and better.
So QCell has changed the way you buy Q-Power to make it easier and more accessible.
You can now access the same service quickly and get your cash power tokens instantly with the new QCell Q-Power code.
To light up your world, simply dial *363#.
With a touch of your fingers,
with ease and convenience from the comfort of your home or office,
you can bring light into your world instantly with *363#.
Q-Power, lighting your world.
QCell Sunyabus.
We innovate, others follow.
It is the new era in broadcasting. We showed it to you with our continuously improving content with thousands of viewers around the world. Now, how do you take advantage of our existing and constantly increasing viewership? Advertise with QTV and reach a large audience. call us on 3244 or email marketing@qtv.gm. Follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter or Instagram. QTV Gambia. QTV, a new era in broadcasting. Meanwhile, in 102 special reports, we have Dawn and Entertainment. 4 Gambian artists have returned home after a 2-month trip to Sweden and other European countries. QTV's Babukar Fati was at the airport, and this is his report.
Music is an integral component of almost every nation's culture. Successful musicians all over the globe, apart from just popularity, can also enjoy some of the economic benefit that comes along with it, depending on how successful they take the advantage of available opportunities. Recently, the Gambia's music entertainment industry has been growing gradually compared to previous years. Crucially, Gambians are also beginning to embrace and believe in their artists. In response, artists are also putting in their best to make their music beyond Gambians' border. Last month, 6 Gambian artists traveled to Sweden to perform at the Slam Festival in the heart of Stockholm, Sweden. The headlining artists from the Gambia were G, ST, Real Messenger, Sophia, Brahma and Jizzle. Following their successful performance in Sweden, some of the artists were contracted to perform in other European countries. After a month or 2 away from home, 4 of the artists finally returned home. On arrival at the Banjul International Airport, families, fans and media were there to greet them. Speaking to the president of the Gambian Music Association, G, he told us about their experience and the support they had from the Gambians in the diaspora and Swedish people.
Well, like I said, the reaction was great because the Gambian artists really did better than the ones actually there, because we came out with our all and we all just, I would say they enjoyed it more because like we don't perform there normally. So like for me, I've been playing tracks that were actually 8 years old and then people were still vibing to it. So apart from Sweden, we did Germany, I did Finland, we did Italy. Like, we did it like different parts of different parts of Europe, and then every Gambian came out to support, which we really appreciate.
Speaking to Sophia, the dancehall diva, she spoke about her activism work as she returned to embark on a lot of projects relating to girls' rights and to enlightening girls.
Well, to release more projects pertaining girls, because I'm doing a little bit of activism when I come in, pertaining girls. And, a lot of women out there intend to downgrade other women because of certain position or certain things they do. I want to wipe off that thinking that, okay, she's a dancehall diva, but I'm human and I know exactly what women face. So my next move is to get girls together to understand that there is education first before anything else.
The young Afrofusion artist Jere Jallo Jizzle also talks about his expectation on the successful of their trip.
Well, actually, I felt home. I felt like I was home when I was there because, all the shows we had were sold out and the people that came were all Gambian, so it felt like I was in Gambia, you know what I mean? The expectations were great and, everything went as we expected, Yeah, so thanks to everybody out there that were supporting the movement, the promoters, the artists, everybody that we met there, Yeah, it was a great feeling.
Brahma also talks about the chances this journey has created for them so far and for the development of the Gambian music industry.
First of all, I just have to say that this festival was one of its kind. Not just for us, but it's not any other festival that artists can go and perform, you know what I mean? Because it was in the heart of Stockholm, whereby everybody was there, the white people, the black people, and then so many other people. So when we get there and then feel that Gambia was the country that we tried to represent. So it was a football game kind of a thing, you understand? We either raise the flag high or bring it down. But thanks to God, since after the performance, Gambia was everywhere. Meaning that we have delivered up to expectation. But I'm really grateful to the organizers and the Gambian people for believing in us and then telling them that this is a gateway not just for us, but for the whole industry.
Speaking to QTV, the Director of Performing Art at the National Center for Art and Culture, Sheikh Omar Jallo, spoke of the exchange of culture services and that they have issued 52 visas to Gambian artists for the 2019 season.
In terms of what we call exchange of cultural services. This is the first time that the Gambia has made such an impact. We had we had about 52 visas, which are all given to artists just for this season, for the first time. And we're happy that this protocol on the exchange of cultural products and cultural services, we are able to export exponent materials this time as Gambia, and then we are able to export this into the European market. This is a great achievement. We've played and made rousing performance. They've made rousing performance in Germany, in Italy, in Finland, all over Europe almost. So it's a starting point. And we are very hopeful that as far as this is the beginning of sending our musicians outside of the Gambia, it has been in here previously, but it was dormant for quite a while.
As the Gambian musician continues to contribute significantly in promoting the country's culture, fans are also optimistic that the music industry will grow bigger and better. Bawakar Fati, reporting for QTV News.
Welcome home and congratulations once again. Before we end this news bulletin, let's recap our main headlines. President Adama Barrow used the occasion of the swearing-in of ministers and public servants to stress that it is unacceptable for anyone to undermine government's efforts. Scorpions coach Tom Sienfeld says his team is ready for the big clash against Angola on Friday. And Gambian artists are no longer content just being successful at home. They are now taking their music and Gambian culture abroad. Well, that is all we have for you in this edition of QTV News. Join us same time tomorrow for more news. Thank you for your company.